music. So we are live now.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening to Tim. Good evening to the monkey. How are you both today?
Doing pretty good, but we don't have any moderators in the chat so far, but there's been nobody else in the YouTube chat other than just me so far.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're just all waiting for March.
But then it's I'm getting major delay on YouTube. It's not I'm not getting the video feed on YouTube just yet.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Now I just need to mute. Muted
I
YouTube.
got the notification as well.
Yep.
So Monkeyboy, in your personal opinion, what did you think of Skeletor's newest video?
I thought it was okay. It was all right. Yeah, I can't find anything wrong with it. It seemed to be all right. What did you think of it?
I thought his performance of that Little Lamb, the donkey and the lamb song, was A+. I thought he could really sing.
I'm sure he'll be very pleased to learn that.
But why does he call us his fake friends on the Wednesday Chillstreams?
I don't think he called us that.
Oh.
I think that was a viewer that called us that.
Well, then I will simply say I do not agree with that review. Like if I was playing softball, I would pick Skeletor to be on my team. But that one part of the video, there's only one part that made a purchase of mine not so tasty, and that is, I think you'll appreciate this.
I can't see what that is because the bag's got too much light shining on it.
It's the Skeletor spoon.
Okay.
Oh.
It's the here, I'll see if I can bend it.
Okay.
And at the other end, it has the can't really see it, but you may be able to see the back of it. It's actually his staff, your Skeletor's staff.
Can't really make that out inside the bag, dude. But
okay, well,
is it a spoon for eating cereal and stuff?
Yes, it's a. Let's see what it says on it. It says the He-Man Masters of the Universe Skeletor staffed Havoc. It's the Havoc magic wand turned into spoon form.
A Havoc spoon, okay.
Yep. And I made sure to get the one that's most rare. It's actually pink.
Okie dokie.
All the normal ones are actually purple. So I made sure to get the pink one.
The chat are not agreeing with you. They're saying that Skeletor seems unreliable, and Jason wouldn't pick him to be on his team.
Well,
he thinks that Skeletor would betray them.
Haven't you watched sports lately? That's what keeps the game fun. Don't you agree, Monkeyboy?
Have I watched? What did you say?
All I'm saying is a game that goes exactly how it's supposed to is a bit dull. A game with people that leaves you thinking makes the game interesting.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. If watching games is your thing?
Well, no. Well, what I mean is, like, do you remember that they used to have Hanna-Barbera Wacky Racers, where you would see each Hanna-Barbera cartoon race, and each racer would race according to how he was in each TV show, and just like and that's each unique character is what made the Wacky Racers worth watching.
Yeah, I enjoyed that show. Yeah, they each had their own little tactics and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, my favorite was the one that had the big old hat and the mustache.
Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Just wondering.
What can I say? He was my favorite Dick.
Good stuff. So, what have you been up to this week, Tim? Have you done anything exciting? More dancing?
No. My teacher emailed me this morning, said that he woke up with a flu the other day, so he's been sick. He felt better today, but he can't teach this week since he's still not feeling up to it.
Oh.
But let's see. Travels and more. Jason's saying to YouTuber the Monkey. He says, "Monkey, I really wish you could turn your camera the right way, then we can see things."
Then in the wise words of the Princess Bride, as you wish. Ta-da!
Yeah, that's better.
Hey.
We can see things a little bit easier when your camera's not sideways.
It does look like you've got a big white nose, though.
Well, you're putting me in the same category as Charlie Sheen.
Andrew, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much, mate.
Yeah, and I was about to show you guys something. I brought out another one of my Star Wars playset dioramas.
Oh, cool.
I've got Carbon Freeze Chamber out, and I set up the Empire Strikes Back dual Darth Vader on the top of it, and then have Luke at the bottom of the staircase.
Okay.
Cool. If I may say, Tim, your interview was really great, and you quoted that your favorite line. That too is also one of my favorite lines. But I will say one of the best iconic, like I would say my second favorite line from the original Star Wars films has to be Han Solo saying, "I know."
Yeah.
But
that's a good line.
but when you said your favorite was I got a bad feeling about this, I was like, you picked the perfect line as your favorite line.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew's saying,
in a way,
you've inspired him, Tim. He's bought the Kenner-style Wolverine in the brown outfit.
Yeah, I've got that figure in my bedroom right now. I opened a bunch of action figures the other day. I think it was mainly just the Marvel ones, and I put them in my room.
I always knew you'd be an inspiration, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh, Jason's been having a sort out today, getting rid of some
Spring cleaning is in bloom.
Have you sold all those Black Series figures yet, Jason? How are you getting on with that? I nearly bought some more stuff today, but I missed out on some auctions on eBay. I got beaten at the last minute.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I normally use Auction Sniper, so I normally win most things I go for, but I guess I was just outbid on these ones because they went right up at the last second, so I missed out on a He-Man figure and a Skeletor figure and a Mechanic figure.
I've never heard of the last one.
Mechanic. Oh yeah, he was cool. He's a guy. He's sort of got a blue body and a red head, and when you twist his body, his neck grows longer.
Oh, speaking of that, I really loved your newest video where you introduced some new minions that Skeletor is going to have. But when
Yeah.
when you were showing Skeletor, there was a couple it sounded like he wasn't sure when you asked him if you wanted them to be if Skeletor wanted them to be his minions. He didn't seem sure. So
Well,
if I
yeah, that's because Mantenna is one of Hordak's minions. Hello, Lack. Hello, mate. One of the best names on the internet, Lack Sivrak. All hail.
Yeah, and I want to read a little bit in the chat. Travels More Jason says 4 black bags. I guess that's what he sold of Black Series. And
no, four black bags. He means four garbage bags.
Okay, and
yeah.
Andrew Anderson, although Logan's claws are a little rubbery, he's talking about that Kenner style Wolverine action figure. Yeah, and he's right, they are a little rubbery. And then yeah, Lax Sivrak came into chat saying hello, and then Andrew saying hello to him, saying hello back to Andrew, and now Jason saying not only sold about 5 Black Series figures, but as I have put 95% of my 12-inch figures, I have sold about 15 of them. The 12s are harder to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking. Oh.
And Andrew says, I have lost a few on eBay, but at the end of the day, it is less stuff clogging up the lanes. I will buy more later. And Lax Sivrak says, thanks, brother. So, what was it you wanted to say, the monkey?
I was going to ask him, Monkeyboy, that 12-inch figure you bought of the Stormtrooper, I thought looked really amazing. Even though it was larger than the normal ones, I thought the detail in it really made it worth the extra price and the extra size.
I'm trying to think which one you mean. You probably know my toys better than I do.
Because I thought you were trying to get a Stormtrooper, but you had to get one in a bigger size.
Nope.
Oh, okay. It's been a long week.
You could be right, but that also might be somebody else.
Okay.
I don't know. It could have been me. I really don't know. That's how good my memory is. No idea. I've got several 12-inch Stormtroopers, but I haven't bought any recently, I don't think. Andrew's saying that it's nice they made that Wolverine smaller and short. Yeah. Because, of course, Wolverine was quite short in the comics.
5.5. In the comics, he's 5 feet 5 inches.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Even though Hugh Jackman is over 6 feet tall.
Right. Okay.
But that's just the live action version of Wolverine. That's not like the comic book or the cartoon.
Jason's saying that he's sold his RoboCop car. Very, very happy with what he's getting. He's only £30 away to pay off his next hotel bill in Thailand. Jolly good. Cool.
I have a question for Jason. Since he is dealing with the RoboCop car, has he played the RoboCop game?
Do you mean the new one?
Yes. Apparently, it's very film accurate. You can tell that it was made by true fans of the films.
Cool. Is that Delta City or something? I can't remember what it's called.
It's the only one for the new systems that I know.
Yeah. I can't get it for the PS4. I don't think. I think it's only on the PS5.
I completely agree. There's games that even I want so badly, but they don't make them for the system that I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So have you got an Xbox?
Yeah, and I love Bethesda, but Bethesda got bought by Microsoft, and so when they come out with those things, a lot of the time the newer ones are for the PS5. A lot of the new Bethesda titles. Yeah. I was a Bethesda fan. What?
Sorry, I was just laughing at Andrew's comment. He's saying that I'm bragging about my 12 inches. Oh, you naughty, naughty man. No, Jason hasn't played a game, Monkey. He doesn't do a lot of gaming, apparently.
Oh, okay.
And he says something plus Unky Xbox, or
he's only on Xbox.
He only has an Xbox. Don't know what he's trying to say.
I think he's saying he only has an X or only plays on the Xbox.
Okay. So what are you drinking today, Monkeyboy?
I just have some Vimto, which is a sort of a fruit flavored cordial.
We don't get that here.
Don't you? Oh.
Nope.
It's very nice.
I think me and Tim get some like Pepperidge Farms or something like that. Right, Tim? All those fruit-based drinks.
I think Pepperidge Farms is like crackers and cookies. I don't think it's any like any beverage. I know we have we might still have Snapple.
Oh, well, I'm thinking of a different company that sounds like it. I think if it's okay, you'll be pleased with what. So I have a question for both of you, and and the other ones can answer too, as they want. But what film? Hold on. Okay. I can't see myself. Okay. There we go. Okay. What? If you had to sum up your life based off, like, what movie that you own sums off what made you the way that you are currently in your life?
It's a very good question. I'm not sure it's something I can think the answer to.
Yeah, the same here.
Straight away. I think that level of introspection is probably beyond me at this time of night.
Yeah, the monkey. I can't really give an answer to that either.
Oh, okay.
It's a great question. It's an absolutely fantastic question. I'd love to be able to answer it, but I simply wouldn't be able to. I'd have to go away for 10 minutes and think about it.
Would you like to see my answer?
Sure.
Because I remember you said that you don't like hearing people's backstories, but if they're summarized in a title.
Okay. I assume you're just talking about the title and not the content of the film.
The content of the film, that's what made me all messed up the way that I am. But it was not a guy. It was a lady. And I will leave it at that. But
yep, let's leave it there.
Yeah, that's why I showed you. Because that's why I showed you. It sums it all up, and then we
Okay.
can move on. But
Okay.
yeah,
I think
and
maybe off the top of my head, I think if I was to think of a film title that sums up my life, it would be Batteries Not Included. How's that?
oh, that's getting a re-release soon.
Is it?
Yeah, I got it on pre-order.
Oh, cool. Good
And
film.
speaking of other releases, thanks for the segue. You remember how last time I showed off this?
Yep.
I also got the 3-film collection.
Oh. Okay, cool.
There's actually another one that goes with it. It's called Benji. It's a Christmas Benji film, but they have not released it on Blu-ray yet. But I'm hoping that since there's another one that takes place after the Benji Christmas one, that they will eventually release them on 4K. Because I would love all the Benji films on 4K. How about you?
I can't say I'm that fussed about getting the Benji films. I haven't seen Benji 2 or 3. I think I've seen Benji, but was that based on a TV show? I feel like I've seen it on TV, but I don't know if I've actually seen a film of it.
Benji was Oscar nominated and called one of the best films of our time by Cosmopolitan. Let's see. It was done by the writer-director Joe Camp. And can't see the rest past my hat, but I think that I don't know. But I'll be quiet now.
Yeah, Monkeyboy, there was a Benji TV series on Saturday mornings when I was a kid that I think lasted one season, but that was after the movies.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen the TV show. But I don't believe I've seen the film.
But Travels and More with Jason's asking you, Monkeyboy, do you find that Vinto has gone weak nowadays?
I don't know, Jason. I've only been drinking it for the past couple of years, so I'm not sure really. I remember it being in a can years ago, and then they brought the squash out. Monkey, what are you doing? Whatever it is, stop it.
He might just be eating something. He's just eating something.
Yep. That was very noisy. Yeah, no, I don't know, Jason, really, to be honest. But I do like a bit of Imto. Yes, Andrew, Benji probably is short for Benjamin.
Johnny.
Hello, Johnny. Thanks for joining us, man. People say he's monkeying around. Yep. So, Tim, did you receive anything in the mail this week? Anything exciting to show us?
Well, I don't think this was this week, but I don't think I had showed you that I finally got the Blu-ray of Dracula's Dog, also known as Zoltan, Hound of Dracula.
Excellent. Cool.
And then I got the DVD of the Disney live-action movie, The Cat from Outer Space.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And cool. Andrew saying something For Monkeyboy's movie summarizing his life, I would nominate Minions in honor of his well-publicized relationship with Skeletor.
Yeah, maybe. I'm fairly sure there are a lot of films that sum up my life, but I can't think of them
And
at the
phone's
moment.
ringing, so I'm going to mute my mic.
Oh, okay. Tim's phone's ringing.
Hey, Monkeyboy.
Yeah, man.
If I had to think of a show that summed up your life with Skeletor, guess what I would call it?
Go on.
The Odd Couple.
Yeah,
You
I
do
suppose
things the
we are
right
quite
way.
an odd couple, yeah.
Yep. You do things the right way, and he does things his way, just like in the show.
Yeah, wasn't that who was in the Odd Couple? Was it Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon?
Yes, it was.
Good. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that movie, but I'm aware of it.
Okay, I'm back. They didn't leave a message, whoever they were.
Oh, how rude.
Welcome back.
I get lots of spammers, but I got one of the wrong things I was going to show you guys, so.
Oh.
But I found one of the right things I don't think I showed you that I got these Bespin security guards from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Ah. Cool. That's cool.
That's one of them. One's this. It's called Isdam Edian. He's black guy. And I've got the other one, and I thought I had grabbed him from another part of the table. And Travels and More with Jason, love that show, but I bet if I watch it nowadays, I bet I would find it boring monkey around. Yeah, the monkeys, that's more of a music. That was like part sitcom and part rock and roll music.
Yeah,
and live performance, right?
When I was younger. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, the music, rock and roll music, that's what I think that would be the same thing. And Andrew saying, I also got the Green Goblin Kenner style figure. He has his purse and goblin glider.
Okay.
And Travels More with Jason. We can block them numbers here in the UK. Yeah, well, we have what's called caller ID here, so when it rings, I can see the number. And often it's not a number I notice, and even if they give a name, it's a name I don't know who they are, so I just let the answering machine pick it up, and if it's somebody we really need to talk to, well, they've got to leave a message, say who they are, they want us to pick up. And Andrew saying, I sort of wish that they sculpted him with bent knees so he looks more natural in the glider.
Yeah.
And Travels More with Jason says, Tim, I wanted that figure, and he means this one. And then Johnny Sorensen says, spam, it's spiced ham, goes great with spam, and eggs. And Andrew says, Bespin guards were great troop builders back in the day. Yeah, I grabbed this guy by accident, which I've shown him off before during another chill stream. So, Admiral Piet.
Yeah, he's cool.
Well, Tim, guess what figure I would like to see a little bit more of?
What?
Your messy hair, Luke Skywalker.
My white Luke Skywalker?
The messy hair, Luke Skywalker, the one you showed on the interview.
Oh, you mean it's Dagobah training Luke, where he has a
Yeah.
sweaty. Yeah, he's got the sweaty hair. So let me make myself all big. See, he's got the sweaty hair.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a wonderful figure, Tim.
Yeah, it's just a custom from Stan Solo.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, he sure knows how to make them really stand out.
Yep. And let's see, Travels and More Jason. Japan loves spam, and to think it's a British thing, laughing out loud. And Johnny's...
Oh, we have it here too. Spam sandwiches can't go wrong.
And Johnny Sorensen says unkempt Jedi. Well, this was a Jedi in training at that point.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really full Jedi until Return of the Jedi, but even then when he talked to Yoda, Yoda said, no more training. He said, well, then I'm a Jedi. And he said, no, you've got to face Vader.
Mm-hmm.
One cannot move forward until thy faces oneself.
And Andrew saying, growing up, we used to have Scrapple, which was sort of homemade spam. I think it's a Northeast USA thing only. Okay, so spam is becoming the topic today, it sounds like, besides Star Wars. And Travels and More Jason saying, Stan Solo do great figures. And Johnny Sorensen needs a shower, farm boy, laughing out loud. Yeah, kind of like in some of the always women in prison movies where it's set in the Philippines. You have these women breaking out of a Filipino prison. They don't have a beauty parlor to go to, so their hair's all messed up.
Well, Tim, I could also think of the show called Lost.
Yeah, but that's one I didn't watch, and I'm not sure if Monkeyboy has ever watched it. Have you, Monkeyboy?
No, I've never seen that. No.
I'm just saying, even the ladies on that show looked like they didn't take a shower much. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, they didn't have a beauty parlor to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So they...
Well, then you pose an interesting question. Then how would you explain Gilligan's Island?
Well, Lost was not exactly Gilligan's Island. Gilligan's Island was Gilligan's Island, where they had a solution just for about everything.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've heard of it, but I've never seen that. It's not something we got over here in the UK. I don't think. Maybe I guess on cable TV at some point, but
I highly suggest it because Gilligan's Island is far superior to Lost. Do you agree, Tim?
Probably, but it was a sitcom, so it was just silly. And it was something I kind of grew up with since it was one of those mid-60s sitcoms that became popular among children as soon as it went into reruns.
You want to talk about Lost and silly? For 5 seasons, Tim. 5 seasons. They keep, whenever they do a flashback, one of the people in the show is in the background, like walking behind one of the other characters that the episode is about, or another one's walking behind it, and they never figure it out. It's one of the it always I'll stop right there, but I will say that show is silly in that way too, that they didn't realize, except one character, that they were all connected. For 5 seasons, Tim. 5 seasons.
Yeah, I'm glad I never watched it. Jason's saying that we had Gilligan's Island on cable, maybe. Yeah, it's not something I've ever seen.
And Andrew's saying to provide a counterpoint, you can skip Gilligan's Island. There is better stuff out there.
Oh,
Okay.
I disagree.
And Travels and More with Jason. Lost. Now that show got weird and weird in 6 seasons. It run, and to this day, I never watched the 6 seasons.
Exactly why I mentioned only 5. The 6th was worse.
I think I would feel very betrayed if I'd invested my time in 5 seasons and then and had an ending like that.
Well, let me tell you this. I can summarize it up in 20 seconds. At the end of season 1, fans came out and asked the directors this one question: if this was the ending, and like if they asked them if this was what the island was, and they came out and said, no, it is not. 5 seasons later, the big twist was that it was. So fans were right by the end of season 1, and the directors lied for 5 other seasons.
Well, I'm glad I haven't wasted any of my life watching that.
I wish I hadn't either.
Cool. You look confused, Tim.
Yeah, well, it's just getting lots of comments now from the chat.
Bring them up.
Well, I have been while you guys were talking. And yeah, first Andrew says, did just finish True Detective season 4, The Night Country, 6 episodes, a little bit of padding, but it delivers at the end.
That show's wonderful. Jodie Foster.
And then Travels More with Jason. Andrew, totally agree with you on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Soda Cauldron says that with some amount padding, it really only got started halfway through episode 5.
Okay.
And Andrew, hey, Soda Cauldron, welcome. And
Indeed.
Andrew
Hello,
saying,
Soda.
At Soda Cauldron, I like Jodie Foster. She is one of those that always gives it her all.
I completely agree.
Yeah, she's very good. She's good in everything. I like her a lot.
And Soda Cauldron says, hey, double A, meaning Andrew.
I got those batteries.
Huh.
What do you mean you got those batteries?
Double A.
Oh, okay. But I found my other Empire Strikes Back Bespin security guard that I got recently. This is the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
The mustache guy. He's Helder Spinoza.
Wow.
I have an interesting question, and it pertains to another mustache figure. Have you collected the figure that was done by the character actor that was the mailman on Cheers, as he was a character that they made a character of?
I don't know. I think it was a rebel commander.
He was in the white suit, the white with like it was like a snow setting.
Yeah, Hoth.
Yeah,
and I think it was the rebel commander the actor played. I don't have him.
Oh.
Jason saying, still been watching Waking the Dead, or and I can say it is okay. I guess he means The Walking Dead.
No, he means Waking the Dead.
Okay.
It's a show where they deal with post-mortem
Okay.
inquiries. It's like what do they call those people that
Cold
do the
cases?
yeah, cold cases. It's like I've forgotten the name of the profession that the people have now, but yeah.
Cold cases are missing persons and things where people died that has been closed for like 60 or 70 years, and they reopen them.
Sure. Yeah, that's what Waking the Dead is about, I think.
Yeah, and Travels and War with Jason saying, nice, Tim, I also wanted him. And Soda Cauldron saying, the main cast were great, just needed better pacing. 'Tis easier, I suppose, to be the critic rather than the creator. And Andrew Andrews asking, do those best friends have the new articulation or old school 5POA? It's the new articulation. These aren't 5 points of articulation, so it's the highly articulated, which is a little bit harder to figure out when setting them up.
I think I heard Ewok.
Yeah, but she might not want to be on camera right now. She didn't sound too good. She sounded like she was mad about something.
It's okay.
No, she's never mad. She's all right. She probably wants some biscuits or something. I don't know. She's just sitting down here looking at me.
And Johnny Sorensen says John Ratzenberger was the Cheers guy, Cliff. And wasn't he the character where the actor had died, so they had to kill him off, and then they brought in Woody Harrelson?
I think that was Slinky Dog.
Mm.
Oh, and the last one, you are correct. Yeah. No, yeah. For the pig. It's a pig character. In Toy Story. Yeah. You are correct, Tim.
And Andrew saying, at Soda Cauldron, I hear you. If it wasn't for Jodie Foster, probably would not have lasted.
I agree.
So was she in the recent True Detective then?
Yes, she was, and she looks phenomenal for her age.
I'm not sure where that's available, but I haven't seen that coming up anywhere. So I'm assuming that's on one of the streaming services that I don't have.
As soon as it's on pre-order, I'll even get the steelbook. Heck, she's one person I would take a flight just to meet.
I watched the first one.
Yeah, I think it's Paramount Plus that series is on streaming.
Okay. Who was in the first season? Was that Woody Harrelson and
Matthew McConaughey?
That's it. Yeah. Is that right, Woody Harrelson?
All right.
Matthew McConaughey wasn't in any TV shows, though.
Yeah, he was in True Detective, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't.
Yeah, that was quite good.
That was a show I watched.
It
was a very serious role for him. Wouldn't you say, Monkeyboy?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed that show, or the first, the first story with those two up until the end, and then I thought the last episode was a little bit of a letdown, but yeah, it was still pretty good. Pretty good, that.
Speaking of pretty good, if I may say, your episode 1 of your other show was pretty good. With Action Pop.
Oh, you mean the live stream? Yep. Thank you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, dude.
You got flooded with questions. It was like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it was quite active. Yeah, we had a good chat. We were talking all about puppetry, ventriloquism and rod puppetry. Yeah, it was good.
So,
Andrew,
Tim, did you ever get your one situation fixed with were you able to your Best Buy? Were they ever able to resolve it?
And no, aside from refunding me, that's all that they could do. So they never they weren't able to replace anything. All they could do was refund me. So yeah, and I don't want to get into that anymore. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
I won't ask about it anymore.
It's okay. It's just it's done with. I just want to move on from here.
Okay.
Because I got my DVDs elsewhere.
Sorry, Tim.
It's okay. Don't worry. But
Andrew's saying he's just finished Lessons in Chemistry on Apple. Not heard of that one. He said it was good.
I think that's the Brie Larson one.
Ah, I see. Brie Larson's not the most popular person at the moment. From her dabbling in the Marvel universe.
And let's see. Travel some more with Jason, Monkeyboy, or anyone. Has anyone opened their Point Dread and Talon Fighter Retro one? And I find that the stickers was already done. And do you think it will max the castle as well? I don't know what he's talking about.
Even I'm confused.
Okay, I think he means. Do you think it will match the castle? Sorry, I'm just choking to death.
Yeah, but I don't know what he's talking about. Point Dread and Talon Fighter Retro one. I don't know what he's talking about.
Point Dread is the playset that comes with the Talon Fighter. So Jason's asking, has anyone opened their Point Dread and Talon Fighter? No, I haven't opened mine, Jason. Mine's still sealed. Yes, the stickers are already done.
Yeah, but what is that from? I don't understand.
Point Dread and Talon Fighter, it's a vehicle and playset in the Masters of the Universe line.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was reminding me of something else. I was thinking of Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future, because there was a villain on that show where it was a guy named Lord Dread, and that was one show from the 80s that was like interactive, where if you had the toys, you could shoot at the TV during certain interactive segments. But
oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, but it had these reflective things on the screen at certain points in the show, and if you had the toy vehicles with the batteries in them, you shoot at it, and it would reflect off of it, and sometimes it would blast your ship where the action figure and his cockpit would fall out,
oh, that's cool.
Fall out of the ship.
Oh, cool.
We had a similar game for the Nintendo system, and that was called Duck Hunt, where you could shoot it and it would pick it up.
Yeah, well, this was an actual TV show.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
During the 80s, and yeah, they have it streaming on Night Flight Plus, but they never brought back any of the toys. That would have been fun to bring back the toys to interact with it.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
It became like a video game. almost.
May I share a couple of things with you all?
Sure, man. What have you got?
I went and I saw the well, first I need to tell you why people are hating the Madam Web so badly. They are hating it because they're judging it by the what's his name? The 2002 Spider-Man. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. They're judging it by that timeline, but it is taking place. Madam Web takes place in the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
The monkey, I'm not really sure if that's the issue. I think it's more of an issue that Madam Web is a bunch of female characters in the Spider-Man universe, and there just isn't an audience for that, is the thing.
Well,
the audience just is not there for it that exists. That's why nobody is wanting to see it.
Then I will say I'm their biggest fan. But on a different note, I also saw Argyle. That's the newest Henry Cavill film, and I thought it was amazing. It actually had the guy that was the villain in the 2000 Charlie's Angels as a good guy, and so it was just it was a good cast, but kind of you had a actress that was most likely cast when she was not pregnant, but they had her dressed like when she did her scenes, you could tell that she was pregnant, but they had her dressed like she wasn't. Nothing against pregnant women, but I'm saying their clothes looked a certain way and her fingers were like sausages, but her stomach looked normal and not pregnant. But other than that, Henry Cavill was the best part of that film.
Okay. I am not aware of this.
I'll be quiet now. Seems I'm not doing too well today.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Andrew's saying that watching Skeletor fail is always entertaining. I guess we could just say watching Skeletor, as the fail is a given. Yeah, he's not got the best luck, has he? Bless him. But anyway. Hey, Nick, thanks for popping in, man.
I thought it was pretty funny watching him freak out when you kept getting those new figurines from the Motu line.
Yeah. Yeah, he does like to get involved, bless him. Oh, it's Ewok again. Hello, what are you doing?
Yeah, I told you that she's not in a good mood. It sounds like she's a little mad.
No, she's always in a good mood. She's just looking at me and shouting. I think she wants my vape, is what she wants.
May I say congratulations to Skeletor?
You may. I'm not sure why,
because
but you may.
Because even Skeletor said he's been talking to Evelyn for weeks and months, and now he finally has her.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, finally got an Evelyn in the collection. Yeah, it's been a while, but finally found one that was in great condition, so I was happy to pick her up. Andrew's saying that he used to have a crew that referred to themselves as the Second Trimester Club, as they all had big bellies.
Yeah, and maybe you better show Ewok on camera, because she sounds like she wants attention.
She's down here. Ewok. Oh no, she's run away now. See, she's always does this. She wants attention, and then I give her attention, and then she runs away. No, she's all right. She's always good.
Action Popcast is asking, how is Robert the monkey?
Robert the monkey's all right. He's just here. He lives on my sofa. Here he is. He's doing pretty well. He doesn't say much, but he's all right. He's doing okay. I think he's pleased to be released from his hostage situation that he was in last week. So he's having fun now on the sofa.
Is he the one from your intro that you guys showed?
Yeah, that's Robert. Jason's saying the next films he wants to see in the cinema are Ghostbusters, Civil War, Deadpool, and Dune.
Oh,
I don't know what's the Civil War. What's that?
It's a very dark film.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it the other day, and it's not one I can recommend. It's one.
Me neither.
It's not one I'm gonna see. It just looks horrible.
Oh, okay.
I saw it on the big screen. When it was on right before Madam Web, and it scared me.
Okay, is it a war film or something, or what is it?
Yeah, it's a war film, but it's definitely one you do not want to see.
Exactly.
It looks way too depressing.
But scarily very realistic. Don't you read him?
Yes, and I don't think it needed to be made. It did not need to be made at all.
I agree completely.
Ah, well, this one must have passed me by because I have not heard of that.
But yes, the Ghostbusters one. I agree. I actually wish both me and Tim had not even had to experience the trailer. I was breathing so hard afterward, I had to catch my breath. It scared me so badly.
Oh. Okay.
But as he was saying, yes, the Ghostbusters film does look good.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting them to come out with another one quite so soon, but I'm more than happy to give it a go. I do enjoy Ghostbusters. I didn't hate the last one. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I didn't hate it.
Well, technically, Monkeyboy, the cast, the original OGs, are the ones people are mostly going for, and they're getting up there in age. So if they don't film it, we may get a Carrie Fisher situation.
Soda's saying he's just started vaping as a means of giving up tobacco. Well done, sir. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. And he's saying, what's my flavor? Well, Soda, I have, let me see, 1, 2, where's the third one? I have 3 vapes at any one time. This one is blackcurrant and pear. This one is raspberry and plum. And this one is rice pudding and jam. So I have 3 different flavors on the go. I have 3 different vape units. As you can see, I've got 2 sort of smaller ones, and then I've got a bigger mod that I use as well. So yeah, I have 3 with me at all times. So I cycle through the different ones.
I have one point of trivia question for you all. What child star was into vaping that did the voice of a children's show and was still a teenager?
I don't know, Monkey.
Oh. The voice actress of Dora the Explorer was allowed to vape in school, and when she got caught in the girls' bathroom, she only got reprimanded, but her classmate got expelled.
Yeah, but Dora the Explorer is something that that's after my time as a kid. It wasn't part of my childhood. That was like something popular
Oh,
when I was an adult. It was not something I grew up
oh,
watching.
oh. Well, I was stuck being a babysitter, so sorry about that. That's the only piece of trivia I know about vaping, fellas. The only piece.
Well, you don't have to give us any trivia on it at all.
Okay. Well, that's the good thing about it. Since I only knew the one, I can't give you any more.
Jason's saying to Nick and I that he's got Roland Rat. I assume you mean you've got like either a puppet or a small or a soft toy Roland Rat.
Yeah, he says Rolando the rat.
Yeah, he means Roland the Rat.
Oh, from the Muppets, right?
No.
Oh.
And
No.
Soda Cauldron saying, "Yay, Monkey Bob in the house." And Andrew saying, "Ewok can't make it too easy. You have to work for it, Monkey Boy."
Yeah, she ran away as soon as I pointed the camera at her, so she's quite camera shy, I think. In the Monkey Boy nest, is the sofa the place of honor? I'm not sure if it's a place of honor. It's the only free space I've got in the house to do anything. That's why I shoot all my videos in front of the sofa, because I literally have no other room to do anything in. Everywhere else is just crammed full of stuff. It's the only space I have, really. I'm not even sitting on the sofa now, because when I'm not filming, I keep loads of cushions and soft toys and stuff on the sofa, because otherwise Ewok jumps up on there and she'll either claw the sofa or leave it covered in fur, which I don't really want a furry sofa for filming on. So yeah, so I'm sitting on the floor now. The sofa's to my right. Yeah. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Andrew's saying that I'm always getting my plums out on stream. Just ask Action Popcast. Yeah.
And Delvian Seek is here. He's saying, "Hey all," and
Hello,
yeah,
Delvian.
Nick Action Podcast is asking, "What trailer is this that can make a man breathless?" And he says, "Delvian Seek." Oh, we lost the monkey. I don't know where he went.
Oh,
I don't know if maybe
monkey's gone.
So it might just be the two of us unless he comes back.
Let me see if I can get my chat up. I don't know why my tablet always seems to run 10-15 seconds behind.
Well, no, you were ahead this time. You were reading. You were ahead of me this time.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Jason's saying that it was better than that so-called remake. I've forgotten what we were talking about, Jason. I'm sorry, man. My short-term memory is non-existent. I don't remember things from 1 minute to the next. I'm sorry, dude. Soda saying he's tried quite a few flavors. Strawberry ice is working at the moment, and triple mango was like a pair of old socks. Okay. Yeah, there's so many flavors out there. You just have to try and see which ones you get on with. I was into a lot of the ice flavors for a while, and then I've come off those and gone on to some of the biscuit ones and some of the sort of fruit ones. Nick has a vaping fact. He's saying vaping makes kids cool. Yep. And Nick is telling Andrew that the game is elbow, knee, or bollock. Yep.
Yeah, and you're a little bit ahead of me still, Monkeyboy.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, because I'm still on this one that Andrew said Shirley Temple, and I'm wondering, what does he mean? Does he mean Shirley Temple, the kids' drink that's like 7-Up mixed with like a cherry juice and little cherries in it, or do you mean the child actress?
I think he's.
I think
Well,
he's
he
talking
was
about the
he was
flavor,
talking
right?
about flavors. Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
there was like a kids' drink I had as a child called a Shirley Temple that was like, it was either 7-Up or Sprite with like cherry juice mixed in it.
That sounds nice.
So I don't know if the vape is based on that or not.
Yeah, probably. It sounds like it would make a good soft toy Monkeyboy. But you were talking about a remake, Jason. Oh, you mean the? Oh no, he's talking about the Roland Rat soft toy. Oh, Ewok's come back. Here she is. Ewok.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Ewok.
Yeah, she's sniffing you.
Yeah, it's because I've got my vape in my hand. She likes the smell of it. So if I leave my vape lying around, I find her licking it when I come back. So I always have to put it under something, under a cushion, or hide it somewhere because she likes the taste of it and the flavour of it, I think.
I was you were very observant, Travels and more. Very observant.
I didn't know you had two on.
So if I may ask, what are your guys' favorite? What?
The Shirley Temple was Andrew's guess for your trivia question. He thought you were talking about Shirley Temple.
Oh. No, she took whatever the directors and producers gave her.
And Jason's clarifying that he was talking about the Ghostbusters remake. Thank you, Jason. Sorry, man, my memory is awful.
Soda Cauldron, I don't think this was anything like Red Dawn. This was way more depressing than that. And it's a movie that probably shouldn't have been made.
I'm so against it. I'm not going to say another word about it.
In Action Popcast, I only have tobacco flavor vapes. My logic being I never smoked an ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, I can't fault your logic. Yes, that's a very, very good point. From my point of view, I never really liked the flavor of tobacco so much. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I smoked for many years, but I've got to say, if you give me the choice of a tobacco flavor or a raspberry ripple, I'm going to pick the raspberry ripple every time. But no, I've got the fruity flavors at the moment, and a new one, which is a rice pudding and jam, which is very nice as well.
Raspberry rip.
Yeah, I've also got a lemon custard as well that I use sometimes.
That sounds like a thing they had in the Willy Wonka movie, the original. The something ripple.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the vaping flavors. Although there's going to be something coming up in legislation soon where they're trying to make flavored vapes illegal in the UK, or try and put them under the same restrictions as tobacco products. So I think it's there are several petitions going around at the moment for people to say that they want to keep flavored vaping available. So who knows what might happen in the next few months.
They tried that here and they failed.
Well, let's hope they still continue to be able to produce them in the UK, because I vape constantly all day.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. Some people tried to get them banned to stop selling those flavored ones, but they lost and people can still buy them now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I may ask, and hopefully this will get me back into better footing with you two, what's your favorite Marvel film?
Probably Iron Man 1. Tim didn't like that answer. He's gone.
Okay. Do you want to see my favorite?
Light.
You were disgusted with my answer. You got up and left.
No, yeah,
what do you think, Tim? What's your favorite Marvel film?
Probably Spider-Man 2.
Ah. Cool.
With Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
And Doc Ock, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good movie.
And fun fact, he's the same Doc Ock from No Way Home. Isn't that correct, Tim?
I don't really know. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Do you want to see my favorite Marvel film?
Okay.
Is that the Ang Lee version?
Yes, it is.
And that's your favorite Marvel film?
I was bored to death with that movie, even though it had Jennifer Connelly in it. It was just boring.
Well,
yeah, I was not a fan.
I will say this. This is my favorite Nick Nolte film.
Oh, dear.
Yes. Man, Tim, if I was on a baseball team, I'd be striking out the whole game.
Wow. Well, I mean, someone's got to like that movie, I guess, and it happens to be you.
Yep. I'll go back to being quiet now.
Andrew's asking if they came up with a vintage action figure flavor vape, would you try it? I mean, I would try it, yeah, but I imagine it would taste like vintage action figures used to smell. And I imagine it would be absolutely revolting, but I would try it, yeah.
And then Jason saying, Endgame, I watched it up London.
Uh-huh.
And Jason saying, is that the version where Hulk is about 20 meters tall? I don't know, but Jennifer Connelly's in that movie.
And so is Nick Nolte and Sam Elliott.
Almost AA don't think Patrick and Jennifer were in that together. Happy to be corrected. And then don't travel some more. Jason, Thai Pilot Rose flavor. He's talking about a vape.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I was wondering what are you doing?
Yeah, sorry, I've got a notification on my phone. Hold on.
Okay,
I just have to cut my camera off. Sorry, man.
And D Bud Martin's in the chat now. He's saying, "Hi, Tim Hayes. Finally catching one of your streams." Well, thank you, D Bud Martin. I always see you. I think it's Midnight's Edge, or Midnight's Edge, or maybe it's Midnight. Is it just what chats have I seen you moderate? Was it Midnight's Edge in the morning and Midnight's Edge after dark? Or was it Comics Division? Or was it Nerdrotic? So I see you moderating a bunch of live stream chats. And then Soda Cauldron saying, strawberry shortcake TIE fighter flavor, yum.
Oh, great. Now I'm going to have to go to the store later and get some strawberry shortcake. Thank you very much, Soda.
Okay, and D. Bud Martin says, I mod several Midnight's Edge in the morning, Mead, meaning Midnight's Edge after dark, WDW Pro, Valiant, Renegade, etc. Yeah. And then Andrew saying, hello, D. Bud Martin. And Travels and More with Jason. Soon I got to go as I got to get up in the morning. And then D. Bud Martin saying, greetings at Andrew. And then Andrew saying, pleasant dreams at Travels and More with Jason. Yeah, and
no, Jason. Thanks,
do you
man.
have to get up early too, Monkeyboy?
Well, I not very early, no.
Okay.
Not early. I will be getting up at some point, at a reasonable time. I've got some stuff to do tomorrow, but no, it's all good.
So I guess vape flavors is now the topic since we've been getting into vaping.
Have you ever smoked, Tim?
Nope.
Nope.
I have asthma.
Okay.
Even though I haven't had any asthma attacks or been wheezing in years. I was using an inhaler for a while, and every time I go to the doctor's office, they always seem to ask, "Well, are you still using an inhaler?" And I always have to tell them no, because it got to the point where I didn't have to use it anymore. And Andrew saying, mornings are always tricky. And Travels some more with Jason saying, what you all been watching? I've been watching anime, love it, and YouTube things about Thailand and other things. Yeah, there's not as much anime I can watch for free anymore because it all gets put onto Crunchyroll, which is you have to pay to stream. Whereas if it's on Pluto TV, I can stream that for nothing. I just have to pay my internet bill to stream it.
Right. Are you still there, Monkey?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Can you talk for 2 minutes? I need to go and use the little boy's room.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to go wee-wee.
The things that I've been watching are the films that I mentioned, the Madam Web, the Argyle, and I've also gone into Little House on the Prairie. How about you, Tim?
I haven't watched Little House on the Prairie in years.
Well, with everything going on in the world, it's there. So, Tim, have you picked up any movies recently?
My mouth is kind of full.
Okay, I'll wait.
But I showed you what I picked up earlier, I thought. I finally got my Blu-ray copy of Dracula's Dog, and I got the DVD of The Cat from Outer Space.
Oh, congratulations. That's a classic.
I have returned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you return like Palpatine. Ah!
What are you snacking on, Tim?
I had one last piece of toast from earlier that I had to finish.
Oh.
Can I ask you both a short question?
Sure.
even though in my opinion, I've been doing as bad as Darth Vader when he was trying to keep Luke Skywalker from shooting the Death Star. Have I been doing better on the stream than I think I have?
You worry too much, Monkey.
Well, it comes with my past. That's all I'll say.
That's okay, man.
Thank you. So, if I may ask, when's the next episode gonna be of yours and Action Pop?
We haven't pinned down a date as yet. Sorry, I can't tell you.
It's okay.
We're hoping to do one a month if we can. But I'm afraid the next day hasn't been sorted out. I imagine we will try to do it on a Saturday if we can. So maybe the second or third Saturday of March. But we haven't really discussed what date we're going to do yet, I'm afraid.
Okay. So he's in the chat, right? Action Pop?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Marvelous show. You both made me think of puppets, and I hadn't thought of the Muppets in a while, and it was really interesting to see Kermit the Frog again.
Ah, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we enjoyed doing it, so thanks for stopping by and checking it out.
Who was the one that did the impression of Kermit?
That was Nick.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew's saying that he's been watching Columbo on Amazon. Excellent.
Oh,
Columbo
awesome
is fantastic.
Show. Love
Columbo.
Yeah, he's working through the whole thing currently on season 4, and travels more with Jason saying yes. Got. I guess he means crunchy roll, but he spelt it as crushing roll. And now anime is coming on Disney Plus, as in the UK we have Star with Disney Plus. And Andrew's saying, I have a fondness for it, but not sure if you were watching it for the first time today, it would hold up.
Huh?
I think he said, I have a fondness for it today. Or he has a fondness for Columbo, but he's not sure if you were watching that show for the first time today, if it would hold up. So if we had never watched it before and then started watching it for the first time, he's not sure if it would be really good enough for us.
Well, the same could be said about Magnum P.I., but I liked it, just like Columbo. And what happened to Monkeyboy? Skeletor, are you behind this?
Sorry, man.
And Soda Cauldron says, stars the dude from Office Space as a grouchy ex-alcoholic running an AA meeting. Quite an easy watch.
Okay.
And Andrew says, love seeing all those character actors from the 70s cast as villains. And Andrew says, Dick Van Dyke killed his wife and framed an innocent ex-con, which he also killed. Columbo did catch him at the end. And Soda Cauldron says, right, best cartoon show from your childhood. I'll start off with Battle of the Planets.
Oh, Soda coming in hot with Battle of the Planets. Yeah, good choice, man. Good choice.
I remember after my mom bought me used like tin lunchbox of that, was TBS started rerunning it.
Do you want to know my favorite cartoon from my childhood?
That was when I was in kindergarten.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, what's your favorite cartoon from your childhood?
Captain Planet.
Wow.
Okay.
You are younger than I thought you were.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I was like almost a teenager by the time that came out. On when it was really popular, I was like 13 or 14.
right, yeah. I can't really remember Captain Planet really. I mean I remember the theme tune. Um, I'm not sure what my favourite cartoon would be. I I really liked Captain Caveman. I was really into that.
Which
That would
one?
be
Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels?
yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
because there was Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels, and then there was the Flintstone Kids, where Captain Caveman was a cartoon in that cartoon that they watched on the
Ah,
TV.
yeah. No, Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. I like that. That was pretty cool. But I liked loads of cartoons growing up. Obviously, I liked Masters of the Universe. That was one of my really big shows when I was young.
Oh,
Um,
And then
speaking. Oh,
then there was the Flintstones comedy show, which was a continuation of the Teenage Pebbles and Bam Bam show,
oh,
where it was the Flintstones had the new neighbors called the Frankenstones, and then there were separate little adventures where Fred and Barney were cops, and then there was a Captain Caveman segment where it was kind of like Superman, where he was kind of like a Clark Kent Superman
yeah.
superhero.
I vaguely remember that.
But it had Betty and Wilma as like the Lois Lane types.
Aha.
if I may touch on the Flintstones topic, now for pre-order, you can get the Flintstones Meet the Jetsons.
Okay. Yeah, that was a TV movie from when I was like 10.
Huh.
It's being released on Blu-ray.
Yeah, and I have the first season of the Flintstones on DVD, but I've got the classic Jetsons on Blu-ray.
They had the best pet, the purple one.
I don't remember that. It's
What was
mainly
the
the
name of
theme
the?
tunes I remember out of all these cartoons. It's the theme tunes that stick in my head.
What was the name of the Flintstones pet, Tim? The purple
You
one.
mean Dino?
Yeah, he was the best.
Oh yeah. He was like the family dog, wasn't he? But except he was a whatever he
Yeah,
was.
he was a dinosaur, but he made noise like a dog.
Hmm.
But he wasn't a dog, but he acted like a dog and sounded just like a dog.
Yeah.
If
Andrew
it's
saying,
okay.
sorry, I was just going to say Andrew saying that he's that so far Columbo has caught everyone, but he's got quite a few episodes left. I would hazard a guess that he would continue to catch people. That would be my guess. But do let us know if he fails in any episode. Just one more thing, ma'am.
Yeah, and I've got quite a bit of chat to catch up on. Yeah. So far, Columbo had caught them all, but we have quite a few episodes left. And D. Button Martin saying it, Andrew, William Shatner Columbo episodes are great fun. The best are the Patrick McGowan ones episodes. And then Jason saying Action Force, I believe, Soda. And I guess he means G.I. Joe, is I think that's what they call G.I. Joe in the UK. It's Action Force.
Yeah.
And I know Tony from Analog Toys had mentioned that they had redubbed some of the American G.I. Joe cartoons as Action Force, or instead of saying, I think that instead of saying Yo Joe, they say Yo Action.
Oh dear, that's a bit lame.
And Jason saying at D. Bud Martin, also I enjoy when they reuse the same guys for different murderers. The casting agents needed a bigger Rolodex.
Oh really? So I didn't know they reused actors. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and D. Bud Martin saying Andrew, Jack Cassidy, and Robert Culp were such good killers. They kept bringing them back on. And we got Luke Reynolds in the chat now.
Hey,
Of Reynolds Reviews. He's saying, yo guys, so let's agree. Mask and Centurions were the best cartoons back in the day, and move on, laughing out loud. And now Andrew saying hello to Luke Reynolds, and Soda Cauldron saying, that's mad. Have asked Skeletor to call Captain Caveman.
Yes.
And
indeed.
Reynolds Review saying, yo, Andrew. And then Phil Too Cool Art and Music, Biker Mice from Mars, and Batman the Animated Series for me. Yeah, those were 90s cartoons, so I was a teen, my early teens then.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andrew saying, good evening at Phil Too Cool Art and Music. And now Soda Cauldron saying, almost said Mask RR, meaning Reynolds Reviews, was a close call. And Reynolds Reviews only just watched Batman the Animated Series on Netflix. What a cartoon that is at Phil Too Cool. And Phil Too Cool Art Music saying, hey Andrew. And then Soda Cauldron saying, lest we forget Roger Ramjet and Rocky and Bullwinkle and Batthink.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andrew says, as a kid, I loved Daffy Duck, but I also loved the old school Spider-Man cartoon, which now exists mostly in a meme format. Oh, you mean the one that goes Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man spins a web. I
really hope you don't get copyright for that, Tim.
I'm not worried because I'm not monetized, so.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to get monetized right now anyway, but I don't have enough subs to be monetized, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Subs? I love the meatball sub.
Yeah, and Travels More Jason, laughing out loud, Luke. I think not. Thundercats is my next best, and He-Man.
Ooh, yeah, Thundercats pretty good.
Yeah, I used to like Thundercats as well. Yep. It's pretty cool.
I bet you can't guess my favorite Monkeyboy in the Thundercats. One guess.
Chitara.
Damn it. Yes, you are correct.
I know, yeah, obviously. I think she was probably my second favorite, maybe. I really like Panthro. I thought he was cool.
An interesting quick fact about her is they brought her back in the that one in the Chip and Dale movie on Disney Plus. They brought her character back, and she was in a good chunk of the film. Like she got at least 5 or 6 minutes of screen time, and that was pretty good. Even Darkwing Duck only got like 10 seconds.
Well, that's pretty cool. No, I do like Chitara. I thought she was cool. Yes.
Are you going to get a figure of her?
I have a Chitara figure, an original vintage Chitara figure, which actually coincidentally is the only figure, the only Thundercats figure that I have that has an accessory, because Luke Reynolds very kindly sourced me a staff for my Chitara figure, because none of my other figures I have any accessories for. So I've got a lot of Thundercats figures, but they're all on their own. They don't have accessories. So Luke was very kind and sorted me out a staff for Chitara, which I'm very
Thank
happy
you,
with.
Luke. Thank you,
Thanks, man.
Luke.
And Reynolds reviews talking about pets in cartoons. Crystal had a pet orangutan in Centurions. Always thought that was weird, laughing out loud. And Andrew Andrewson, that Spider-Man production company reused some of the backgrounds for the Rocket Robin Hood cartoon. Unrated show, I guess means underrated show. Yeah, Rocket Robin Hood was a Canadian cartoon, just like the 1960s Hercules cartoon. So it was imported here from Canada. And Andrew saying Rocket Robin Hood is Robin Hood set on an asteroid with sci-fi elements. Those watercolor backgrounds are so great. I didn't mind them reusing them. Yeah, and it was it was about Robin Hood's descendant. So the Robin Hood of the Middle Ages was like the ancestor of this Robin Hood. And Luke Reynolds reviews. Now I know Monkeyboy will love Duck Season, Wabbit Season, one of my favorite Looney Tunes episodes. And I have a question. Does the WhatsApp, can you use there's something called WhatsApp, and doesn't that require a phone?
Yeah, you need a telephone number, I believe. Yeah,
but
like
it only works on a mobile phone, right? It wouldn't work.
Yeah,
because I'm getting somebody private message me, asking me to use WhatsApp, and I'm having to tell them, well, that would require a mobile phone. I don't have one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people got to understand. I have a landline phone. I do not have a cell phone. I've never used. My dad tried to get me to use a mobile phone once, but I didn't want to have to pay for it, and I cannot stand them because they just go off at the most inconvenient time while you're someplace where you can't answer a phone. So and I have enough to deal with the landline, always with spam, getting all these spam calls I don't want to talk to. Reynolds reviews. Now I know Monkeyboy will love Duck Season, Wabbit Season, one of my favorite Looney Tunes episodes.
Yeah, I do like Daffy Duck, I must say.
And
are we in deja vu?
Yep.
And Soda Cauldron almost asked Monkeyboy to call Firestar to ask her if she would finally pick between Spidey and Iceman.
Yeah.
And Andrew saying, I meant underrated show, not unrated show. Yeah, that's what I figured he meant. And Soda Cauldron, or rather Skeletor, oops. And Luke Reynolds is saying, "Ah, shucks, it was nothing, Dave."
Oh, thank you, man. No, I really appreciated that, and so did Chitara. She looks very good with that.
And Travels the North, Jason. What was the show called where a boy goes to a different universe where it is run by animals? I had some of the figures. Oh, you mean Bucky O'Hare, the Toad Wars?
They also did another one. It was an anime show.
I don't.
Monster Rancher.
I don't know. Andrew at Soda Cauldron, you can't let Iceman break Mona's heart if he ends up with Firestar. Yeah, but you gotta remember that Mona Osborne, she's like a bimbo that like dates everybody. Not just Bobby Drake, who's Iceman. She also goes after Peter Parker, Spider-Man, which gets Firestar all angry. She's all, Mona Osborne. And Bobby Drake, Iceman, tells her, yeah, you know, the one I date.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
That was a very good impersonation. Very spot on, Monkeyboy.
And Jason said, Bucky, O'Hara, remember now, wish they did more of them. Yeah, I think that was more of a 90s cartoon, though.
Yeah. Oh, Bucky O'Hare.
Oh, and Andrew
goes
says,
where no ordinary rabbit would dare.
You can use WhatsApp on a desktop. Yeah, but how can you use it on a desktop if it involves a phone number? But you need a phone to get the account. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare.
Things I get myself wrapped up in. And
hey,
TJC, evening all.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you're doing okay, bud.
Andrew, evening at TJC.
Just give a quick plug to TJC. He's doing a show this Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. UK time. And he will be joined by Nick from the Action Podcast, and they will be playing and discussing the awesome video game Streets of Rage 2. So if you like your retro console gaming, tune in to TJC's channel at 2 p.m. this Saturday.
Yeah, and Reynolds reviews, tad off topic, but question for you guys. Is there a toy line you could be tempted by, but currently aren't collecting?
Yes, I would pick the Thundercats because I would have as many of that figure Monkeyboy was talking about as he has of that other one. Monkeyboy, what's the one you have like 50 figures of?
I have 102 Bib Fortuna figures.
Yes, if I was tempted and got into the Thundercats figures, I would have as many or more of her. I would make a bed. I would get a water bed and just lay with those all across the water bed, and then I would make a. I would take like a fish. What do you call it? Like the stuff you catch fishing, and buy more and make a whole blanket out of that figure, and so I would sleep on those figures and cover up with them, and that would be not a temptation, but a passion. So there's your answer.
Okay, that's incredibly disturbing, but thank you.
This was one line I'm not really collecting, but so far they've only come out with the one big one of Crystar, so I got that.
I wonder if let me think about that for a second. Toy line I could be tempted by. I am tempted to get some more Starcom vehicles, Luke. I have one Starcom vehicle, well, two technically. I have the Shadow Bat and the little land vehicle that goes inside it that I can't remember what it's called now, an Invader or something. Starcom is a line I would like to have more of, but I don't have the space or the money. They are very expensive and they do take up quite a lot of real estate, especially some of the the bigger vehicles. But yeah, Starcom would be one. And and possibly Centurions. I don't own any Centurions, but I would be tempted to get the core figures. But I wouldn't be interested in collecting all the different accessories and weapons packs and stuff, because it's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down.
Yeah, and what's Andrew said? He's saying, "Well done, Monkeyboy. You have a future in VO work." I don't know what he means by VO work.
Voiceover.
Okay.
Yeah.
And travels more with Jason. Bucky O'Hare. Luke has not many figures and very little vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And Reynolds review saying, "Thing is, Tim, you could only use the cell phone when you want to use WhatsApp. Leave it at home or turned off the rest of the time." Yeah.
Nah.
I don't think a lot of people understand. I do not have a mobile phone. I do not believe in using mobile phones. They've always been more of a hindrance for me than a help. It just seems like it's just something more. It's just something more to spend more money, and which I don't have, and I'd rather use just a regular landline phone.
How is it disturbing when it's appropriate? It's not like I'm going out and buying a one-on-one figure where she's not clothed. She's 100% clothed. What?
Yeah. No, I appreciate what you're saying, but also having a waterbed filled with Chitara figures is still quite disturbing.
Okay. Well, the important thing is that, like I said, I've been tempted, but I did not go down that route.
And actually, the Chitara figure is not really that attractive looking. You know, I mean, some of the modern Origins figures, for example, have had very pretty face sculpt and have looked really, you know, quite nice. But the vintage Chitara figure is not really all it's cracked up to be. Honestly, you're not missing too much.
Well, hopefully this will show you I'm not whacked out of my gourd. I only have one. I only own one Tila figure, and that's all.
Oh wow, I've got oh man, I've got loads more than that. I've got 1, 2, 3. If you count the Eternian Goddess, the green one, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Tila figures.
So no waterbed filled, fellas. I don't have one. But I will say I need to correct a couple things about last week's episode. Number one, the reason why I didn't understand the last episode of Doogie Howser was because Disney Plus did not put the official last episode on there. When I was watching them, I looked up the episodes, and Disney Plus did not put every single episode on there, and so they failed to leave off the last episode of Doogie Howser, and that's why it did not make sense to me, because where all of us on Disney Plus are missing out on the ending of Doogie.
Well, that's crazy that they wouldn't have that on there. But anyway, yeah, moving on. What's the second thing you want to clear up?
Yeah, I need to go. I need to continue on with some of this chat because it looks like Travels and More. Jason's leaving. He says, "Right, all I am off. Nice chatting with you all."
Thank you, Jason. Cheers, man.
And Luke Reynolds review saying, "Good to see you, Jace, and you too, Luke." And Andrew saying, "Have a good evening." But there was quite a bit of chat room text in between I wanted to cover. So So yeah, Soda Cauldron saying Visionaries, Lucre, Defenders of the Earth, Earth Defenders
of
as
the Earth.
action figure line, and then Andrew saying Larry Hama, who created most of the G.I. Joe lore at Marvel Comics, also was co-creator of Bucky O'Hare. And D. Bud Martin's, well, I'm with you, Tim. I don't have a cell phone either. I agree with David Lee Roth. He says that cell phones are a leash. And Reynolds reviews, oh, good choice, Soda Cauldron. And Andrew saying at Reynolds reviews, I could be tempted by all of them, but no more left.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what Travels the More Jason was saying earlier. Okay, monkey. I don't know what that was an answer to. And TJC, thanks for the plug, Monkeyboy. Also have another episode at 8 p.m. Saturday evening with guest Jay Bartlett playing PlayStation Classic Resident Evil.
Nice. I'll have to check that out as well. Another great game. Yep. Trying to remember to check that one out.
I always left myself a Jill sandwich.
Been watching quite a few of Evil Bay, but haven't been tipsy enough to hit buy yet. Soda Cauldron saying that. And then Andrew, you ain't lying at D. Button Martin. I have work stuff on mine. They know where to find me. And Reynolds reviews, laughing out loud. I hear you, Andrew, laughing out loud. And then, yeah, I already read the last Travels More with Jason's text. And Soda Cauldron, you're right, Tim. Avoid mobile phones if it's not for you. Progress is a myth. It's a social construct. Buy a pigeon. And Andrew, Soda Cauldron, did someone just come out with a new line of Defenders of the Earth, maybe Super 7 or one of those outfits?
I think I saw something about that.
Wouldn't surprise me if Super 7 have got the license for that. They seem to get the license for a lot of stuff.
Last I heard, they were pre-orderable.
And Reynolds reviews, good to see you, Jason. And Andrew, and yeah. Okay, so I read that. But sorry for interrupting you two.
No, it's okay, man. Andrew wants to take any Robo Skulls that anyone has lying around. Yeah, the Robo Skull is I've seen that come up on quite a few YouTube videos, and it's a very popular vehicle. People really seem to like it, but I must say I don't see the attraction in it. I mean, I agree that it's a great toy, but for me I mean, I was never into GI Joe or Action Force anyway, so I suppose I'm speaking a little bit out of school, but the Robo Skull to me just seemed like it was so. It seemed that it should be more of a fantasy line rather than a military line. It just seemed kind of
out of
a
place.
bizarre. Yeah, it did seem out of place to me. But then I was never into military toys anyway, so so yeah, I guess my opinion doesn't really count for much. But I can see why people enjoy it, and yeah, I know quite a few people that have collected a Robo Skull and got it in perfect condition and complete and all stuff, and it's a very good toy, but it's not something that I would ever get.
If you want to get a military toy that fits in the A-Team vehicle, it's just a van. Remember?
It is just a van. Yep. Oh, okay. So Andrew's saying that that NECA is possibly doing the Defenders of the Earth line. Cool. Yeah, have a look.
Yeah, Soda Cauldron. I showed them earlier. I finally got my Blu-ray copy of Zoltan, Hound of Dracula, and I got the DVD of The Cat from Outer Space, and then it was those two Star Wars Vintage Collection Bespin security guard figures.
That's cool.
And I got the spoon.
Yeah, you got Skeletor Spoon and Reynolds.
The only thing I picked up this week was a Wile E. Coyote compilation DVD.
Ooh, congratulations!
I really like Wile E. Coyote. He's one of my favorite Warner Brothers characters. I just love the fact that he never gives up. You know, time after time after time, he gets foiled. Whatever contraption or invention he comes up with, it always fails. It always goes wrong. He always ends up eating dirt, and but he just brushes himself off and tries again. And that's what I really love about the character: the fact that he's so optimistic in that, oh, the next one will work, and they never do. Bless him. And I think I'm not sure if he's ever caught Roadrunner. I think perhaps there was one episode where he did catch Roadrunner and didn't know what to do with him. I might be misremembering.
No, you are correct. He did, but he kept having emotions.
So yeah, I'm really happy to pick this up. It's got I don't know how many episodes it's got, but it's about an hour and a half. So it's got this many episodes. So yeah, but pleased to have that. I do like a bit of Wile E. Coyote. I was watching that yesterday.
So May I tell you one fact? May I tell you one fact about Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah, sure.
Him and Roadrunner were in a commercial of the gecko from the talking gecko.
Don't know.
Tim, the commercial of the talking gecko. Geico.
Yeah, why are you talking about it though? I don't understand.
They were the Wile E. the Coyote and Roadrunner were in a Geico commercial.
Okay, well I haven't seen any Geico commercials lately. Sorry.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Luke is saying that he finds it strange that, considering I love horror, he figured that I'd like the Robo Skull based on its looks alone. Well, no, don't get me wrong. I think it looks awesome. I think it looks great. I just don't see it fitting into the Action Force line. It just seems a very peculiar design for a ship. I mean, if it was a He-Man vehicle, for example, I would see that fitting in. I just don't see it fitting into a military line. But no, absolutely, based on its own merits, you know, it's a very cool looking toy. Yeah. Yeah. So Tim, we're coming up for 2 hours now. Do you want to slap a bow on this puppy?
Yeah, my head is starting to hurt now. I'm getting a headache.
Well, may I say what I was waiting to say about last week?
What was that?
Well, last week, Monkeyboy, you seem to be upset with me that Tila had brought with her the Skeletor vehicle, the Land Shark, but as I had explained when I was saying the lure that I had created, she only did because she had held on to it when she was being like she was out she was out attacking like Skeletor and stuff when she was being taken by Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. So she just simply held on to it, and that's why it was pulled along with her, because she held on to it trying to stay where she was. That's why it got brought through with her.
Okay, well, thank you for confusing everybody again at the end of the show. That's
yeah, we don't know. We're kind of confused. I'm sorry.
Thanks, man. Thanks, though.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Monkey. Thanks, Tim.
I hope that was okay, fellas.
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you could say I was confused.
Brilliant. Well, I think on that note, we should call it a night.
Yeah. It's
night.
It's 2 hours. Okay. I'll end the stream now. So end stream.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks, Tim.
Mm-hmm.